welcome back to Dr. How, where we break down complex topic into simple, digestible pieces of information. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that's been a game changer in recent years, the science behind COVID-19 vaccine. In this video, we will cover the types of COVID-19 vaccine, how they work in your body, and address common questions you might have about safety and effectiveness. Plus, I'll explain every medical terms to ensure we all are on the same page. So stay tuned till the end because by the time we are done, you will have a thorough understanding of the science behind COVID-19. COVID-19 is caused by a virus called SARS-CoV-2 and the name has the specific meaning. SARS, that is also called as SARS, stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, refers to the respiratory illness caused by the virus, and it is named after 2003 SARS outbreak, and the CoV stands for coronavirus, family of viruses known for their crown shape, and the CO stands for corona and V stands for virus, and the 2 indicates it is the second SARS-related coronavirus. So the total SARS-CoV-2 term stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2. Now let's discuss about a little small definition about coronavirus. Coronavirus is a highly infectious virus that primarily affects the respiratory system. It is responsible for causing COVID-19, a disease characterized by the symptoms such as fever, cough, and difficulty breathing. Now let's discuss about some symptoms of COVID-19. So the most common symptom is headaches, cough, fever, and shortness of breath. So these are the classical symptoms of coronavirus. Now let's discuss about how is the coronavirus spread. The virus is spread mainly through respiratory droplets and can lead to severe complications in some individuals, especially those with underlying health conditions. So the first one is respiratory droplets. The second transmission is airborne transmission. In certain settings, particularly indoor, poorly ventilated spaces, tiny particles called aerosols can remain suspended in the air for longer period, increasing the risk of transmission over the longer distance. The third one is surface contact. While less common, touching surfaces or objects that have the virus on them, example door handles, phones, and then touching the face, especially the mouth, nose, or eyes, can lead to infection. The fourth and the last one is close contact. Prolonged close contact within 6 feet with an infected person increases the risk of transmission, especially if the infected person is not wearing a mask. Now we are going to discuss about the basis of immunology. First, to understand vaccine, you need to know a bit about the immune system. Your immune system is like a body defense force, always on the lookout for harmful invaders like viruses and bacteria. It uses variety of tools to protect us, including antibodies, protein produced by the immune system to neutralize pathogen. T cells. So T cells are a type of white blood cells that helps the body fight infection, and B cells, the cells that produces antibodies. Now let's discuss how infection occurs. When a virus like SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, enters your body, it tries to invade cells and multiply. This invasion is what makes you sick. Your immune system fights back, but if it's a new virus, your body may not be able to fight it off quickly enough before symptoms become severe. Vaccines to the rescue. And this is where vaccines come in. Vaccines train your immune system to recognize the virus before you get sick without having to experience the illness. It's like having a cheat sheet for exam. Now let's discuss about the types of COVID-19 vaccines. Now that we have understand the basis of immunity, let's talk about the different type of COVID-19 vaccines and how each one works in your body. So there are two types of COVID-19 vaccine. The one is mRNA vaccine and the other one is viral vector vaccine. Now let's discuss about mRNA vaccine. The most well-known COVID-19 vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna, are mRNA vaccine, a type of vaccine that uses a small pieces of virus genetic material to teach cells how to make a protein that triggers an immune response. But what does that mean exactly? mRNA or messenger RNA is like an instruction manual for your body. It tells your cells how to make a specific protein, in this case the spike protein found in the surface of SARS-CoV-2 virus. Once your body makes this protein, your immune system recognizes it as a foreign and create antibody to fight it off. One key point to remember, mRNA vaccine do not change your DNA genetic material that contain the instruction for the development and function of living organism. They simply provide instruction for short period and then your body breaks down the mRNA and get rid of it. This is all about mRNA vaccine. Now let's discuss about the viral vector vaccines. Next we have viral vector vaccines like AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson vaccine. These uses a harmless virus, a viral vector that delivers the genetic material from SARS-CoV-2 virus into your cells. In this case, the viral vector is the modified version of a different virus, not the virus that causes COVID-19. It enters your cells and delivers instructions for making the spike protein. Again, your immune system creates antibodies against it. Just like with mRNA vaccine, your body is taught how to respond without having to experience the actual illness. Vaccines are made. Alright. Now that we have covered the types of vaccine, let's dive into how they actually made. You might be surprised at how much goes into producing just one dose. The first one is research and development. So the first step in making any vaccine is research. Scientists spend years studying the virus, its structure and its behavior. For COVID-19, researchers were able to work quickly thanks to advancement in genetic sequencing. So genetic sequencing is a process that determines the complete DNA or RNA sequence of an organism's genome. Once they identified the virus genetic code, they could design vaccine tailored to the spike protein. The next process is clinical trials. Once vaccine is developed, it goes through multiple stages of clinical trials. So clinical trials are research studies performed in people to evaluate a medical, surgical or behavioral intervention. In the case of COVID-19 vaccines, thousands of volunteers participated in these trials to ensure the vaccines worked before they were approved for widespread use. The next thing that we are going to discuss is vaccines, safety and side effects. One of the biggest concerns people have is vaccine safety. Let's talk about what happens when you get vaccinated, how the body reacts. After getting vaccinated, your immune system recognizes the spike protein and begins creating antibodies. This might lead to some side effects such as headaches, fever, nausea, sore arm, chills, joint pains, and fatigue. These are signs that your body is responding to the vaccine and building immunity. It's normal and typically resolves within few days. But there are some few common side effects. Most side effects are mild and short-lived. The most common include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, fever, and nausea. These effects are usually temporary and go away on their own, but there are still rare side effects. serious side effects are rare but can happen, just like with any medical treatment. In the case of COVID-19, side effects like blood clots or the heart inflammations were reported in very rare cases. But the benefits of getting vaccinated far outweigh these risks. Addressing some common myths. There's a lot of misinformation about COVID-19 vaccine out there. So let's debunk some common myths. The first myth is vaccines were rushed. While the vaccines were developed quickly, no safety steps were skipped. Researchers were able to speed up the process because the global collaboration and previous research on the other coronavirus. The second myth is vaccine contain microchips. There are no microchips or tracking devices in the vaccine. This is simply a baseless conspiracy theory. The third myth is vaccine causes infertility. There is no evidence that COVID-19 vaccines affect fertility. Multiple studies have shown no link between vaccination and fertility issues. Why vaccines matter? Now that we have covered how vaccines work, let's talk about why they are so important. So let's discuss about herd immunity. Herd immunity is when a large portion of population become immune to a disease, reducing its spread. So the herd immunity is one of the main goals of widespread vaccination. When enough people are immune, the virus has fewer opportunities to spread, which protects everyone, especially those who cannot get vaccinated for medical reasons. The second one is preventing variants. Vaccination also helps reduce the emergence of new variants. The more people who are vaccinated, the less the virus can spread and mutate. Vaccines have saved millions of lives and brought us closer to ending the pandemic. By understanding the science behind them, you can feel more confident about their safety and effectiveness. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. If you still have questions, drop them in the comment below. Let's continue learning and staying informed together.